Tell a lot of you. Sorry, what happened?
She want that old thing back. Turn me up the headphones. Turn me up. Yeah. I share. Peace to the gods, I share. Peace to the earths, I share. Peace king. Peace to the kings, I share. Peace queen. Peace to the queens, I share. Yeah, it's peace king when you see me in the street. Proper greeting to not acknowledge a light being. It's not the season, no ego. Clearly the leader of the people. Vision like Kaliko. This for my amigos. Leaning on that window of that Rego. I'm praying that one day he gonna be free though. They ran up in the crib while he's peeking through the peephole. Never thought it would be divine evil. Creeping with that heat close. They say I walk around like I got an S on my chest. Now that's a gold-plated no baguettes on my chest. Like a movie, words got special effects. An old school G used to bump Rex and effects. And the Fugees, youngins, know that I'm next. I pump knowledge to the streets so they showing respect. Cause I did it without the fraudulent stories about me blowing a tech. I let the Most High order my steps. Feel me? Gotta know what time it is, man. It's the age of Aquarius. Each one teach one. That's what it is. I share. Peace to the gods, I share. Peace to the earths, I share. Peace king. Peace to the kings, I share. Peace queen. Peace to the queens, I share. The quarterback need protection from the lineman for the yards. More makers in alignment with the stars. Too many MCs lining your bars. And you wonder why they ain't buying your records. Like, keep filing cause he won't keep silent about police violence. Keeping both heats firing for the Pope weak and dying. No need for sirens. Third eye eyelids open and vibrant. Jamal Milton shining. Hard to watch a young king get killed and he died over cigarettes. Stay talking about you, man. You ain't let your gat pale for that nigga yet.
Your main man, Mr. X,
even if
always
we shut the
giving you
bag
what you
off, you
want to
probably
give you
feel like,
what
nah, I
you
need
need.
a
What's
bigger
happening?
check. But I just seen you on the internet talking about you been a threat. We sick of that.
Yeah. What it is, brothers and sisters, what it is. I do it raw now. Pun included, I do it raw now. Because every time I show an extra video, we get some type of strike. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I use a licensed YouTube website because they got the best the high definition. So if I use a scene from a movie, right, it'll be very well done. It won't be grainy. So I'm presuming it is from a validated, certified YouTube movie site where they do certain clips and whatnot, and they'll strike your ass if you use it. That's resources right there when you got money like that. When you scour it, because basically what they do is scour the web. You know what I mean? And YouTube officials watch every video. And imagine the jobs that is, right? That someone's designated to a particular channel, and if they go live, they watch. So whoever designated to our channel, they're always watching. And it's kind of like, well, do I be subjective or objective with the content here, or do I look at the vague ass YouTube guidelines? Same thing with Facebook. Same thing with Instagram. When you get a strike of sorts, there's no real diplomacy, no real democracy here. It's just kind of like for instance, for Facebook, it says, "Do you want to challenge it?" And you click the button. They say, "Thank you." It's like, okay, we acknowledge that you wanted to challenge it, but you don't actually get to challenge it. They just say thank you in the most polite way. It's like the politest "fuck you" I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to bust a nut or nothing. It's just like, oh, it's over with. Wow. I don't even recall ejaculating. It's over. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I guess you're done. So I guess that's it. Once you say you're done, I guess I'm done because I can. Once you say you're done and I say I'm not done, then it becomes something else. We want to go there. So, yep, that's basically how striking goals in these YouTube streets. We turn everything to the hood, don't we? Like these YouTube streets out here, ain't no damn YouTube streets. Everything can't be the goddamn hood. Everything can be the motherfucking hood, yeah. What's happening, y'all? I clicked a couple uh, sites for us to go live, export sports revolutionaries, for a couple weeks. I've done a couple shows on the phone the last few days, getting my daughter, so you got to see a little bit of my personal life. We try to get a connection with our following audience, so you kind of know what it is that we do a little bit. You only see us really in one other, really one place, or if we're, we out and about, that we have our cameras off. And so I believe I'm the only one with small children. So I I tell my small children to go. They don't ever like it. I feel bad. My middle child always act like she didn't hear what I said. Go in your room. 2 minutes later, she come out chilling. She did that 4 in the morning this morning. I'm asleep on the couch, and she goes to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I have the rain playing in the background. Oh, I don't know if y'all do that. That's a damn good ass idea. I don't know, I don't know the monetary thing. They real subjective with that shit. Some videos you can monetize, some you don't. I don't know the parameters of that. But if they get their views that video monetized, they got to be caking. It's just background with fake rain, and it sounds like rain, and people sleep, with ambient noise. And so I have it because I have a small child. She is not like the other two. But we have, when we put them down, we have white noise is what I call it, because my wife and I are real light sleepers, and she's pregnant again. Uh, she's due in July, so she just snaps, wake up every time she hears something, and I have to create this white noise so that it gets drowned out. It was real bad with my first daughter, because we be wrestling with her at night. She did not like to go to sleep. My infant child, 7:30, 8 o'clock, she done. She ready to go to bed. But my daughter Cornell, it was like we had to really come up with plans. I probably drove 5,000 miles putting her to sleep, because she got colicky pretty bad, and so she went to sleep, and then it was driving my wife crazy. So I would grab her, and say, all right, I'll take her for a ride. You go lay down. She's a guilt complex of being a bad mother. So, no, this is a forever the rest of our life process. You're allowed to take days off, especially that you're not alone. So go ahead, I got it, and I drive her around. Shit, sometimes 2 hours I be driving around, and whew, that's a process. This one here, I drove maybe a couple times. I drove her a couple times, and that was it. She was by far the easiest. But listen, my opening stuff. For those who don't have children, we don't often talk about. We should talk always about the high sciences and things like that. We don't necessarily talk so much about our parenting ideologies or beliefs. What is it we do? Our circumstances. Things of that nature. So I want to give you a little bit of that before I get into the meat and potatoes of the topic. A couple things going on. Coming to America 2 came out. I have not watched it yet. I've seen some previews by some devils who apparently didn't like it. And white folks don't understand black comedy. Like, it's a cult classic amongst black folks. So like Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, the other comedian Wesley Snipes, they have been doing the promotional tour thing. So they've been on every talk show and stuff, zooming, talking about the new movie and everything, and trying to promote it. And you didn't see Eddie Murphy in a long time, so now Eddie Murphy is everywhere. And they enjoying it, and they're like, "Oh, this movie's a classic. We love the first movie, we love the first movie and everything." It's like, nah, y'all ain't love the first movie. Y'all going off how black people took the movie. Y'all panned the movie, man. It was basically made for us. He was trying to have an all black cast, like he said. He got some pushback because he had to have one white character. You know what I mean? Because they're back in this thing. They're financing for using their studios and shit. You gotta have one representation of us. And so they had Louis Armstrong. And Louis was actually pretty popular at that time. I don't know. He didn't really go into why he chose him, so he had Louis back. I thought Louis was it. I mean, we don't lose. We lose. Oh my God, I lost my cousin. We lost Kobe, Chadwick, all these different people. And Louis Anderson is still fucking alive, man. He's still alive. The cast, it's 5 members for the cast of 227 is still alive. They did an interview a couple days ago, and the mother and the father are still alive. Regina King, we know Regina King is still kicking. Uh, uh, the brother, so like, obviously the elder sister, she done long passed. Jack A, Jack A still alive. It's like, wow, man. See those people, and you look at the cast of Friday. Damn near the whole cast is dead. I mean, the sister's supposed to be Janet Jackson. Yvette Wilson, I think her name was. Tiny Lester just died. John Wood Pops just died. Bernie Mac. It was like 4 or 5 people, 6 people who had died. It's like, damn. And shit, it's the Friday curse. But 227, they was still kicking. But in any case, so I haven't seen Coming to America yet. I'm going to see it. I'll probably do a review on it and discuss it because people are doing their reviews, and I don't want to see the review yet. I want to see the movie first because I don't know what people respect. I mean, the original Coming to America is pretty basic. You know what I mean? It's pretty basic, never seen before type of comedy. It was like the humor was really dry. So it left room, actually did leave room for a sequel if you wanted to do that because you leave with Hakeem at 21, um, uh, becoming king. Now the juxtaposition between that movie and Friday, you have all the cast members that died, and you come to Friday, to Coming to America, Samuel Jackson, Louis, Arsenio Hall, these people still alive. Marge Sinclair passed away, but James Earl Jones is still alive. So it's like, sometimes they'll kill off a character even though the actual person is still alive. Um, but he's still, he's still alive, so he put him in the movie and shit. And I wonder how they're gonna do that. And again, I haven't seen it. I don't want no spoilers. Don't nobody come on here talking about what they saw, what they seen, and all that other shit. I don't want that. You dig? But yeah, definitely. I'm gonna see that and review it, and I'm hoping it's exciting. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the sports room. Like I said, I'm doing this drive. I usually like to have some videos and stuff like that. But every time I do some videos, it's something he texts me talking about something doesn't happen and they ain't like it or whatever, some bullshit. So I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna do it. So the thumbnail that you see is Cam Newton, Captain Save-A-Ho, the story of black men dating white women. And these are things that we talk about within the context of another show and another title, but we never make it the show. And it's a discussion as old as time. As long as we've been held captive here, we've been talking about the interracial dating thing, right? And the loving decision so that people of European descent can marry those of African descent or Africans or whatever. Um, and we know how farcical that was. That the dude was raping that woman, and a lot of these stories that are told in love stories, just like Thomas Jefferson, it was absolute rape. They try to make young people have, and this is that mindset that they're trying to put on you that young children were making decisions to be with an adult, uh, because we in that Maury age where these devils sleep with their daughters and they're dating their daughters and shit, and it's fucking disgusting. They put it on primetime television. So they're trying to get me and you to go along with this thing. So when they show the movie, they'll show a grown woman playing a child. So you're looking and see a grown woman. They don't ever actually say the child's age. So you're going off a young adult sleeping with a much older adult. And I remember that movie of Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson looked like the most magnificent white man you ever wanted to meet. And I believe Jasmine Guy was Sally Hemings, and the sister from the Cosby Show was one of his children and whatnot. And so she running around the plantation upset because it's like, this is my dad. Why the hell am I picking cotton? This is a bullshit. This is a bullshit. Like, my dad's the president. I shouldn't have to pick cotton. Like, why are you picking cotton? Like, I don't want to be around these niggas. It was crazy as hell. I'm sitting there watching this as a young child, not knowing the history of Thomas Jefferson, not knowing the history of presidents and slaves. This is what they do. And they know that most of us are ignorant about the real brutality our ancestors faced on those plantations. Uh, and um, They would show some movies that had some romance in it. So you get a motherfucker whipped, and then you always had this bed wench that had this great time with her slave master, right? So it kind of leaves you confused. I mean, that's why most Black Americans should watch Roots. And I've seen enough of Roots as far as I can remember as a child. I haven't seen it, but I'm past the whole we were slaves thing. Like, if you're gonna go back during that time, I want movies of rebellions. You know, you just basically got the birth of a nation. That's all you got. But that's all you got. No white savior. Cracker dies. Cracker head get cut off. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of movies I'm on. That's the type of time I'm on. But as an organizer, and I deal more with some of the things I do here on the ground. Um, White women. Hold on. Why is this like that? Hold on. Let me see my banner, man. What's going on? What is going on? Things just be disappearing. Let me get this right. Yeah. What happened? There it is. Okay. There we go. Um, that I don't know if it's epidemic terms, but I will say it's troubling that I've ran into 4 women who are talking about giving up on Black men. And in my discussions, I do a lot of advising and counseling. As Dr. Collins said, a minister in the Black liberation struggle, a lot of what you do is counseling. And so while I have comrades who present Black love, I show that every day. I'm not one that shows that all the time on social media. I'm the firebrand. Someone has to be the firebrand. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, when I do have a sensitive and tender moments on social media, it's not taken to really because they know I'm a firebrand and I get I'm known to lay fire to the white man and to the white woman and to all that shit. And it got to a point where they used to it. It was difficult for some of those who were watching my story, my Facebook story, my Facebook posts, but they've come to accept it. You understand? And when I see them, I know it affects them because they always bring notice to my social media. And so I talk to these sisters, and all these sisters are just one fucked up nigga from going back to crackers. I mean, going back to crackers, not going to crackers, going back to crackers. And these are 4 women. So I'm talking about the men and their love and want for white women and lust for white women. Like I said, I was there at that time, and I'm the best qualified to deal with this particular topic because I have been there. I have a child who was biracial, I have a sister who was biracial, and I had a long relationship with the devil, not a devil, but the devil. And so I have an intimate understanding of the white woman and her views, her beliefs, her fears, her concerns, all those different things. And so when I give this advice, I give it on experience. And a lot of brothers aren't honest. But when I have discussions with them, or I had discussions with them in the past, they talked about the L's, and not only child rearing, because now you're rearing a biracial child who was confused about what race they belong to, but also you're in a relationship with your significant other, and that is always a problem now. And certainly, you can get issues with any race of people. We're the most betrayal-ish, if you want to call that a word, in terms of, I mean, we are not around other ethnic groups enough for us to hear what their marital problems are, the relationship problems are, because they follow a code and they have a family infrastructure that do not divulge any personal information to niggas. Niggas are beneath you, niggas are roaches. and niggas don't need to know the inner workings of your family. And even if they do mention it, they'll mention it in their native tongue. And since niggas only speak English and bad English, we don't know what the fuck they saying. They probably saying nigga. You dig? So, for privacy purposes, I won't tell the sisters' names, but all the stories sound the same. One sister blatantly told me she didn't date African American men, even though being an African American woman herself, because she felt they was dumb, uh, that they only talked about butts and titties, or their sneakers, or the latest rap album, or some type of drugs. I mean, I'm like, damn, was you dating the hoodest niggas of all time? Now, this sister just says she gave her life over to the Lord, and she has a different mindset. And so like I said, I meet rideshare driver. I talk to my people when they get in the car, and she's kind of right. I only have enlightened conversations with sisters. There's a couple brothers. There's a brothers. I got a contingency of brothers and comrades that I know who destroy that stereotype. That means she don't get out much. You know, birds of a feather flock together. If you know the science, if you can speak the language, you find those that do. At the same time, I'm always a fisherman. I'm a fisherman of men. I'm a fisherman of women. I try to put them together so we can have successful families and relationships and children, so on and so forth. You have to build a community. You have to build a nation. That's what it starts with. Inside your own home, right? And sometimes we need a little help. We going on blind dates and all that other shit, right? But can we develop a conscious entity where those who are aware of society, aware of Black history, aware of our current endeavors and predicaments here, uh, domestic and foreign, then they need to get together and merge those individual resources together. There's certain uh, uh, couples here that I know that I certainly co-signed their union, um, and it's great to see them be together and have a successful relationship. And even if things are rocky or whatever, it doesn't meet social media. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody need to know like that. Ain't none of nobody's business. You're going through some things. Hey man, you may have a confidant or two, but not a situation where quite possibly hundreds of thousands of people can see it based on how you break down the betrayal or the problem you have with a significant other. You know what I'm saying? And we tend to do that. We tend to air out all our business for everybody to see. Just looking a hot goddamn mess. Yeah, I was alarmed and appalled. I was alarmed and appalled that she felt that way. And she wanted the men to come back in the home and to protect. Like I said, this woman's a Christian, so I'm telling her I'm a Black nationalist. Then I've been in the mosque, you know what I mean? That my organization is full of Nation of Islam members. My ancestral father is Malcolm X, so on and so forth. I sent there a couple of interviews I did, uh, just so she know who you're talking to. I just want you to know who you're talking to because you said you're a Christian. I'm usually the guy that your mother says to stay away from. The black berets and fists, you know what I'm saying, with the gloves and all that shit. She's like, you probably would have been Panther back in the day. So yeah, definitely would have been a Panther. Definitely would have been a Panther. You know what I'm saying? And that was unfortunate. So you have to find those angles to not give up on your men. Like, listen, sister, you know what I mean? We're gonna have some events and hopefully some of the brothers come out and you can just, I don't know if they're taking or not, but you can just see that there's another entity of Black man. And so again, the stereotypes, the American made nigga wins. Another sister said the same thing. When you get dating guys in the streets, right? My cousin was of the streets and he was murdered. And when you of the streets, you deal with people of the streets. And the conversation piece ain't all that deep. There are women that they deal with that talk about the same things they talk about. Or a lot of times they sit there and listen to a sister ramble, and mostly it's about her sexual endeavors or sexual potency or sexual creativity. And so it's a low level, vibrating discussion. What can we get from that? Not a motherfucking thing. But if the men are allowed to just continue to talk to you in this manner and you're down with it, then hey, yes, I want to get my rocks off. But as Sister Frances Cress Welsing, our beloved ancestor, talked about that, yeah, our Sister Shabazai, who's still here with us, About yeah, we get together and we get down and we roll around in the bed, but when we stand up, we ain't got nothing to say with to each other. We don't get along then. That carnal, animalistic, sexual appetite it merges together, and you have great sex. I'm mad at the world. I'm mad at white supremacy. I don't know how to articulate it, but I'm sexually attracted to you. Who you got a big butt and breasts? I'm gonna tear it up, and I'm gonna show my aggression, and we gonna you hear all the wrestling and things move around and all that stuff. But when all that's gone, now what? And this is what they were saying. One sister said, brothers don't want to get married. We did a whole show on that years ago. Why brothers don't want to get married? And at the table, I was the only one at the time married. And, you know, I described my relationship with my wife to the sister so they can hear that. They, you know what I mean? I make sure within the science and the politicizing and giving information and so on and so forth. I talk about my wife and how I felt and how I knew, you know, and it kind of validates what they want. You know what I mean? It was just like, you know, my wife was a badass back then. And everybody wanted to get with her, but like I knew she was a badass. I'm like, this one is bad. Okay. And I told my homeboy, I said, I found the one. This woman is the one. She is bad. And I could see through the flaws. I saw flaws like you see with anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna I tell people, get out that Jesus template where you look and these crackers gonna put a Jesus template on your ass and you see this perfect man that can walk on water and make water out of wine and all this other bullshit and look like Willie Nelson. Nah, that motherfucker don't exist. And so you just color him black and say, all right, I want the Jesus, but with black skin or darker skin or lighter skin or brown skin. Nah, he don't exist. So the mother of Mary, King Anatin, you know what I'm saying? All these different figures that we have. He's like, yeah, I want that based on how the story is told, based on the narrative that we have about these individuals. Those is who I want. Nah, they don't exist. That's somebody else's narrative, and the person had probably a lot of flaws and probably a lot of deal breakers. But the things that you like the most shined through. And then your personalities were compatible. I have great patience. I'm loyal. A lot of things can happen within a relationship, and I'll just keep plugging on. Some people be like, "Oh man, I'm done with this." Cool. Having that being in hell and being with the devil, all the stuff that happened, I stuck with it until I couldn't stick with it no more, and it was something very extreme, leaving me for somebody else. You know, you leave me for somebody else, I got to go. You kick me out the house and move somebody in within a couple days' time, I got to go. I'm not finna do all that. Now, in this particular instance, it's different. I got children here. The other one, I didn't, so I could just bounce. You know what I mean? Something like that happened here. Y'all gonna see your brother on the news in jail. Shit. I ain't getting moved out of no motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? You understand me? But that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? And women like to hear shit like that. We got in an argument one time and said, y'all ain't, you get in arguments. I'm family. We family. We family. I'm talking to you. We family. He said, I'm leaving. Said, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Them kids ain't going nowhere. I've already had that scenario happen. I have 2 children prior to my marriage. The relationships are horrible and destroyed and burned down to the ground. And so even when the children become adults, I don't know if I'll be able to see. That's how bad it had gotten. I'm not finna repeat that 4 more times. Ain't nobody go nowhere out this motherfucker. And then later, much later, I asked her, "Did you like that when I said that?" She said, "Yeah," with a big grin on her face. So some things, sometimes women just want to see you go crazy for them and shit so that they know that you appreciate them. Well, these are the stories I share to the sisters. And I could tell it invigorates them, because that's what they want to hear in the proper context. You know what I mean? And I say, you date a couple guys on the streets and they live fast and furious. You know what I mean? They live in a fast and furious lifestyle. Probably don't got ID. Probably got an ankle bracelet. Probably got a couple trap houses. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different world that they live in. They like, you my wifey, not my wife. Like if I die, a power of attorney goes to my parents, type thing. And you can say all you want, but the white man ain't gonna recognize you somebody as a valuable entity in my life unless the parents decline. You see what I'm saying? But the wife is just I'm his wife. Here's documents here. Okay, she makes the decisions. There's two different things. Something happened to your ass. She makes the decisions. You want that done on paper. Create a paper. How do you gonna do a contract with yourself? Shout out. Get it notarized and all that other shit. Cool. That's fine. Absolutely. Uh, but again, being in the system of white supremacy, no matter what document you got, even your sovereign document, for you sovereign niggas, the white man has to recognize it. And he has to say yay and nay. You understand? So she dating guys like that. And then it's like, black men don't want to get married. I dated 3 black guys. It's like, well, it's like uh, it's millions of us. you date 3 or 4 of them, 5, and you like that's it. That's all you can take. And it's like I want to go to oppressor, and so that's when I love it too. It's frustrating, but it's like okay, so now I get to tell you about the devil and what he's truly like. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm gonna make it so that every time you think about going to a white man, you're gonna vomit. I'm gonna make your ass vomit because now I'm gonna go into the history of this devil and what he's done and what he continues to do. Why do you believe that he's the salvation? You know what I mean? This is why we call it the system of white supremacy, because you're just living in it day to day. You're being inculcated with racism against yourself, self-hatred. When you decide the motherfucker that created an unjust society, that controls an unjust society, and continues to kill you and your male opposite day in and day in and day out, legally. I heard of this band called the Banditos up in East LA. One of those gangs that are sheriffs from the sheriff's department. So you got legalized gangs here, cops that are covered from the top to bottom, and these are Latinos. Hey, Black and Brown Coalition. Hey, Rainbow Coalition, Jesse Jackson, you punk made motherfucker. One of the initiations is to kill a nigga. They showed the one Latino that they beat up, so they try to maneuver the story. But you got to see when you look at the story and you read the context of it, you see what they're trying to do. When you woke, baby, you can see the shit. So they were the way that you and they try to hide. Look, they hid their face. They supposed to be whistleblowers, right? Hid their face and changed their voice. So they're like, yes, to be in gang, you must kill someone is initiation. Shooting. They try to say everything but nigga. But it was obvious that they fucked up in the story. And in the beginning, they said uh, these sheriffs, these officers are the impoverished, low level African American dominated neighborhood. Then they try to say that the Latinos target Latinos, which I'm sure they do. But nah, you're not finna fool me on that. You're not finna fool me a gang of motherfucking immigrants with badges in a black community is not targeting niggas. You're not finna do that to me. I was born at night, not last night. So that's the shit. These guys are trying to be white, trying to appeal to white man, and they got protections because they fucking up their own people and niggas. So they got the white sheriff talking about, well, anybody who is involved in such a gang, quote unquote, or a group will be held accountable. Just a bunch of nothing. Didn't say shit. And you could tell off of that they have all the protections they need all the way up to the top. All the way up to the top. They got all the protections they need. And these are the groups that are out there. And so and I said that's almost epidemic, man. How do you meet 4 women, brothers and sisters, 4 women who said they damn near done with niggas? One sister said, I don't even talk to him. You the first person I've had a conversation with. And I was just giving her a little bit of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah, you know, a couple perspectives and all that. She's like, wow, you're very intriguing and intelligent. And I've never met a damn lady, where you been? What is going on? Lord have mercy. No. Oh man, that's bad. That is horrible. So the other sister, well man, in the room, every time, every time she has an out with the brother gets with her and you know what I mean, things go well fast and I try to advise her. Yes, things are going well fast. They see what they like, physically attractive. You know, we're visible people, right? Men, we want to see the attributes. We want to see the skin. we want to feel the energy. And once we see it, and we say the sweet words, so we good with the sweet words, especially if you're vulnerable. We feel maybe a hint of desperation. Oh, we're on it. I was, ooh, yes, my God, you're so fine. You're so gorgeous. Oh, you're tall, you're wide. Oh, we get on a little accent. Everything popping. Every joke is laughing at, everything. Even though we see some things that's probably going to annoy the fuck out of us, they already annoy the fuck out of us. We're going to ignore it because we want the draws, right? So, brother, get the draws a couple times. Now the real motherfucker show up. The representative is gone. He can stay within anywhere between 3 weeks to 3 months. The representative is gone, he's in departed, and now you get the real guy. So all the calls and text messages you was getting before, gone. And women be counting them shits. Yeah. Sisters be counting them shits. They intrigued. They want to talk to you. They like, yo, listen, I need to get with you. I need to text afterwards. Beautiful sister I seen on Facebook. Beautiful sister. And she posted something like, I love when people text me right back and check up on me all day and call me all day and all that. I'm like, sis, all right, you gonna, you know, and I give it to her. I did that with my lady, court my lady. We text all day, we call all day. We live together, we work together, we worked out together, and when we worked together, we were texting each other. But I'm saying I was head over heels. Now to find somebody like that, head over heels, that I shut down everything. If my wife's upset, I shut down everything and go deal with what's going on. So like the last person you want to see is me because she mad with me. I'm right up in her face. You know what I'm saying? But those are anomalies. You know what I mean? And then sometimes I tell her she don't got no female friends. And when so things get rough, I'm like, compare me to what you got going on out here. I ain't perfect at all, nowhere near. You know what I'm saying? But the amount of neglect that goes on in other relationships, you know I don't neglect you. You still beat me off with a you still gotta beat me off with a broom after 4 children. You know what I mean? One sister I knew, and I co-signed the relationship. I know the brother. I was cool with the brother. They had met, and I saw him say, "Yo, he a cool brother." And then it went to hell. I mean, they got married. She got pregnant. They got divorced. I mean, bam, bam, bam. And these are two known people in the community. And I mean, that shit went up and came down. And in her story, she said, "You haven't touched me in 6 months." And like I said in the previous video, when Keith was talking about he had witnessed a year, man, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. No, no, no. I'm catching charges. Something's going on. I can barely go 6 days. You talking about 6 months? You talking about a year? Man, please. Man, please. Mm-mm. Don't play that. Come here. You know what I mean? Because if I get to that point, man, it's just like, all right, I got to get enough bread to leave here. If I'm on that shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, she didn't have those bad relationships with my brother, so it's kind of like, well, what the white man be like? And even though she talked to a couple white dudes, and I let her have it for doing that, oh, I let her have it for that shit. Oh hell no, 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 ain't no meet no white guy. You can't. Every time you meet a motherfucker, he sounds sweet to you. Don't. He's not an option. Don't assume this guy is an option. You know what I'm saying? sister has children. I'm not going to give the exact number of children she has, but she has children. I say, think about sisters whom are out there, whom are listening, or, you know what I'm saying? You got multiple children, you want to get back in the dating game. Think about your children, because this guy, unless the children are grown, it's 19, 20, 21. Okay, they like, we about to be out, man, so enjoy yourself. But these children are little. They need raising. They need raising. So he's going to be raising these children. Is he equipped to deal with that first? All right, he look good. He got large pockets. He got big jammy, all that. Can he raise the children? Because you're getting a significant other for help. So now, if you'd have married this guy or got with this guy, will he help you? And will he treat these children like his own? That's the thing I did with the devil. I learned how to become a father, basically fathering her child. And it was a good boy because I was getting in his ass. I treated him like a son. I was there, that was the expectation, and then come to find out there seemed to be an epidemic of that when folks raising other kids that ain't their children. It's just weird. There's a lot of confusion and stuff, and it's hard to explain, right? We're unable to have that type of relationship with our own children because the mother wants us, and we have to like bow down and kiss ass, and nah, ain't no brother about to lose his spine for that. It's not gonna be a good look. He's gonna be miserable around the child. He's best not being around the child at all, as opposed to being around them and being fucking miserable. Because the child shouldn't see the man that way. My daughter, they're very observant. My 5-year-old, like, knows when I'm upset. Daddy, you mad? Daddy, calm down. She tells me that stuff. So I gotta calm. She's scared of me. She's supposed to be scared of me. It's one night, my wife came in with her, and she was huddled up next to her. And I was sitting on the couch, and she said, tell your father what you told me. She said, I'm scared of you. I looked at her and said, good. I looked back at the TV. I said, good. Because you look at these badass children here, they're bad because they're not scared of the parents at home. There's no father figure there. And I told the devil this. And I told my wife this. I said, I have to be such a presence that when they get old enough, and the children that just they can do whatever they want. All the influence. Drugs is here, this is here, that is there. I faced it, y'all have faced it. And all they can think about is if my father finds out, he gonna kill me. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. That shit start right now. Before they can talk. They gotta feel daddy's uncomfortable presence. Uh-oh. Yes, that's right. God damn it. Uh-oh. Nah, I'm good. This uh-oh. I always want you to have that uh-oh. Because if I can't deal with you, the police do. And we seen what the police do. We seen the police put an elbow in the motherfucking throat, a knee in the motherfucking neck. Chase a kid down, walking in the street in a snowstorm, coming from work. Child trying to handle the responsibilities. Be an example for young black male youths. He get gaffed up and cuffed. We seen what happened. We seen Sandra Bland look like she was dead. I seen photos, and I don't know the case like that, but apparently it looked like she was dead before they brought her into the goddamn precinct. They still trying to figure that out. A strong sister, the same type of strong woman I'm trying to make these women into, young girls into, my daughters. So they gotta fear me, knowing that you ain't gonna end up dead no damn where. I'm just gonna beat your ass. I ain't gonna kill you. I'm just gonna beat your ass. And you gonna feel that ass woman. You gonna be like, you know what? I'm good on that, bro. Y'all go ahead. Sneaking out at 11 o'clock because I'm getting these stories too. Like I said, brothers and sisters, I'm in the streets. It's what I do. I'm about to help campaign my brother win a common council seat. You know what I'm saying? Another young brother, help him trying to become mayor, which is a long shot. Our other brother who worked with us in certain cases, he's going for re-election. So it's that time. And we know how we feel about politics, but this is part of being on the ground and getting that level of respect with the people. Because once you do certain things, they look at you like, oh, you a real cat, man. And that's what you want them to say. So then now when you give them the message of empowerment, they take it fully. You're fighting against day-to-day white supremacy. Day-to-day, the devil is breaking you down. Day-to-day, the devil's telling you smoke, drink, fuck, sell drugs, rob, kill your own people, and love me. Bend down to me, kiss my motherfucking feet. Every day, white supremacy is telling you that. So we got to attack that. That's my job. That's my calling. So a sister said to me, man, these niggas, I don't know. I'm gonna give me a white man. No, no, no. I'm stopping everything. No, you not. No, you not. This is war, man. This is how I carry it. I put it in context when I talk to them. So we are at war. 95% of our people don't know that. There's 5% that do. The great divine, with thorough knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, poor righteous teachers. We're to advise and wake you, and teach you up, so that you know you are at war. And that the Christian religion that you believe in has disarmed you. All of us. Disarmed you. By the time you find out what's going on, you're fucking 1,000 years behind. It's a race where they shoot the gun up in the air, the race start, and all the races are running, representatives of all the races are running, Chinese, Sudanese, not Sudanese, Chinese, European, the white Anglo-Saxon, Latinos, you know what I mean, Bangladesh, Indian, they all running. They all running. And we sitting there in the back watching, rooting them on. Go white man. Go ahead, Chinese, I see you. Japan. Go, 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 go. British, British, British. No, motherfucker. Run. Run, motherfucker, run. What is you doing? You dig? And so when I break it down to them like that, they start to understand, okay, you got to put things in concept. You got to put it in concept. Why do you think this devil is the answer? Because you know this is the resources. And this ugly troll ass woman said this before. You know, these wannabe bad wenches. These tethers. You gotta call them out, man. You got to call them out. And they can all be broken down. Easy. This is light work. Y'all always talking about the white man. Y'all always talking about the white man. How he holding you down, how he got power. Well, eventually this is gonna be like, well, let me see what's going on with this white man then. Since he got all this power, since he got all these resources, let me see what's going on with him. What type of betrayal, Judas ass backstabbing bullshit is that? And that's the thing with not having a cultural infrastructure. Because when you don't have that, you'll have motherfuckers who gonna be like, yo, man, I'm gonna get with the winning team. Because that's what we do. We always want to be a part of the winning team instead of building up our team to be winning. Because we have all the potential. Potential is a dangerous fucking word. We got all the potential to be the winningest team the planet has ever seen. We like, nah, I want to get with the white man. Fuck that. I want to get with the winning team. Nigga, you at the end of the bench on the winning team. You're like, yeah. I've been the only black child. I've been the only black child in an all-white school. Completely neglected. Like I wasn't fucking there. So sometimes it forced you to act out so that you can get some type of attention. I realized that wasn't a way because I didn't like that attention. I really didn't want that attention. I'm as dark as the ink spot. Talking to the girls because I'm a heterosexual boy and I'm the only black child, so I talk to the girls and none of the girls fuck with you. And that I knew I couldn't really go to their houses like that. I wasn't, my mother never explained to me. There's another setup that we have. Our parents don't explain racism to the children. When you're young, you just find that shit out. Then when you ask about it, you get bogged down. They have no knowledge of it, so you give you some half, which some people is just memes. Some people is just memes. And you got them dumbass documentaries you got to watch in school, and they don't even have you watch them shit no more. You don't even get that no more. So you find out shit the hard way. You ain't prepared. fucking sit down talk. You need a class. All this shit, like I've always said, needs to be a curriculum. Before I get back to my topic, let me just say again, this is X Sports, Sports Revolutionaries. We're talking about, and I haven't got to the sports just yet. We're talking about the epidemic of interracial dating and the Captain Save a Hole, pull your shirt off and show your ass on your chest and saving ugly white women who don't need to be saved because they got their own man and he's control of the planet. So there's no need to save a woman who doesn't need to be saved. Because all aspects of human endeavor, white women are in front of it. Everywhere you go to get resources, there's a white woman you got to impress to get those resources. So white women don't need your help, nigga. And vice versa. So if you enjoy the subject matter, you enjoy the content, you're getting something from it, please support $sign Mr. XR. Please support the channel. I don't know if this is super chat one on. If y'all watching on YouTube, you can hit the super chat. Also, check out Get Your Hand on My Pocket. SoundCloud.com/GYH1P. I got a couple episodes there. And then the YouTube channel. And then follow me on Facebook so you can see some of the stuff I said on Facebook. The Quinn Mr. X. The Quinn Mr. X. 2 N on Quinn Mr. X. So back what I was saying. You have disgruntled women, rightfully so. Right? We talk about the destruction of the black man, right? No one does it better than the coon Jesse Lee Peterson. He was on our team in the 80s, decided that more money is playing for the other side, and he's a shell of his former self. He looks like a damn clone, and it's come out that he gay. And I'm always weary of brothers who just, don't got no women around them. I mean, it's not a misogynistic thing. It's like, it's normal for us to be around women. I mean, that's who we are. That's what we are. That's what we brought to the world. Again, we built statues of women. So it's not wrong to be a man and want to be around women. Right? But this new society, this Greco-Roman society, it's dick on dick. When they cross the sticks. I don't know what's going on. I'm not down with none of it. But I love the challenge. I love the fucking challenge. That's why I want to stay in America. I really do love the fucking challenge. And that's from my athletic background. I would stack the team against myself. Take the worst players. And me versus the worst players. And then, when I met the love of my wife, be me and my wife, and she was the best women's player in the area in its history. She's the best women's player in its history. At her age now, she can whip up on the college girls and the high school girls easy. Just give her a month or so to get back in shape, and she'll bust their ass. And me and her, and we'll take 3 guys we ain't never met before, probably work males, whatever, and we'll beat the best guys in the gym. And I love to push myself like that. I always was like that, And so even with this thing, it goes right into it because our people are overwhelmed. Nigga, we down 200 with 30 seconds left. 200. And they got the ball. It's a 24-second shot clock. That's how bad we looking right now. But I believe we can win. You got to believe you can win. So I love the odds. I love the odds. And the odds, being against the odds, that can mean death. At any time. I got family members dying, people who I've known for years dying around me in the last 3 or 4 years. It's scary. My mother went through it when she was my age. And so she'd tell me, it was like one summer, every other day, she was telling me someone died. This person died, that person died. Like 85% of our high school class is dead. She's only in her 50s. The motherfuckers is dying, and she be telling me, Miss Carthard died. I don't know who Miss Carthard is. You remember Miss Carthard? She used to babysit you. My point exactly. When I was babysat, when I was like 3. I don't remember that woman. But God rest her soul, But we have death upon death upon death upon death. But again, I like the odds. It's a legacy that you leave when you fight against the odds. And when you look into history and you see that certain entities were uh, had odds against them and they prevailed, or they gave that gallant fight, right? They went out on the sword, and that's how you want to die, man. You don't want to die by nobody's accident. You want to die by nobody's COVID. You want to die by no damn diabetes or amputations or cancer and nothing like that. You want to die on your sword. When you talk about Sperling, Jake Winters, and Judas and the Black Messiah, how he went out. And he said, Jake Winters, we should all be so lucky that we go out like Jake Winters. That's what Chairman Fred said. Because he giving you the revolutionary mindset. You ain't dying high on drugs. I mean, I always say I want to die on top of a woman. You know what I'm saying? My wife take you listen, you're coming out and you're going in. You know, that last bus and you boom. Hey grandma. Oh snap. I died on top of, oh man, that's cold. Hey man, it's better than you know what I'm saying? It's better than going out a bunch of agony. You know, when somebody I give you a shot, yeah, I'm gonna give him a shot. He'll go out in his sleep. Nah, I won't go out with some coochie. I won't go out with some coochie. But other than that, if it can't be coochie, which is revolutionary as well, you go out going in a black woman. I came out a black woman. I go out going in a black woman. I say it's attack on black men and black women. Everything is military science. Everything is warfare. Sex is war. It's war. They saying sex, nigga, is a dig in a hole, in the butthole. They're saying sex is two women together rubbing on each other. We had sex. No, you didn't. You got a vagina and you got a vagina. Was no sex involved. I don't give a fuck what instrument you got, what fingers you use, whether you use your nose, your tongue, the top of your head, your ears. You didn't have sex. You got a coochie and she got a coochie. You just rub together. No, we got to fight back. We have to use aggressive and abrasive language to save our people. Peace, General Mosquito. You're looking out, bro. We got to use aggressive language to save our people. Our children come around, we dial it down. Our children come around, we dial it down. But around the adults, to pique their interest, to get them upset. I'm in the midst of trying to write a book. I probably do just a little downloadable book. You know what I mean? To keep it simple, keep it easy. Link, download. You can download. Not even read it, just to support. Wartime teaching. How to create a black revolutionary family. These are the principles. This is the standard. This is what you're doing. Everything is going to be strategic. It's going to take me some time to kind of just sit down and kind of write it. And I hope the library is open back up so I can just, and I go in there with my phone. I got it all on my phone and my email and just get to it. Do not fuck with white women. Now, if you're already older, you've been in the world, you've certainly been affected by white supremacy from 25, 30, 35, 40, you know, but you're coming into conscious. That will tell you. Like I said it again and I'll say it 1,000 times. Can't tell a grown black man what coochie can be in. Have your coochie. Have your coochie. But now I'm getting to the men. I've said this story before. I play basketball. Right? I'm over the hill, not as good as I used to be. This is years ago. Me and wife were newlyweds. In the first year or so. Played on the men's league team, trying to win the championship. Right? Like, all right, this is a good team. Right? Real good team. And then we got the championship, and it was a better team. I knew all the guys. Their team was better. But we were right there and in. We was winning. They had won all the games. They had won like the last 3 sessions. So we was right there, right? My guy had the ball. All we had the last minute, we was up 3 points. All we had to do was hold the ball, not turn it over, make free throws, get stops. That's it. My guy couldn't help it. Shot a unadvised turnaround fadeaway, missed. Guy came down, hit a 4-pointer. 4-point play. Foul, 3-pointer, and 1. We lost again. I'll never forget that. That's not the story, though. 10 brothers on the court. My wife is the only black woman in the stand. My wife was the only black woman in the stands. We got 10 brothers here and one black woman. So 9 niggas brought white women to the game. This is the ladies that they was dealing with. And not only was it this, now this is not the woman they dating at this time. Nah, this is their preferred woman. Because I had seen them brothers out before, and that's all they talked to. White women. So the athlete, because we only got how many schools? 50 schools, HBCUs. We can call them cool schools. I'm telling you now, you send a brother to HBCU, he gonna lose his mind. Still, I'm not gonna advise him to go to Harvard or Yale. Nope, I'm gonna advise him to go to HBCU for the sole purpose of getting him a sister. Look, brother, there's coons all over there. You're gonna get some African history. You're gonna get some knowledge and shit like that. There's gonna be coons there that sabotage the Black Liberation Movement. It's all historic. It's all documented. But I'm sending you there to be around your own people and get you a sister. Once you go there, nigga, you gonna come back with a sister. Trust me. You gonna come back with a sister. I'm not sending you to Howard. We're not going there. We're not going to Howard, bro. We're not going there. We're gonna go to somewhere else. You know, in Coppin State, somewhere in the hood. Got Baltimore right there. You're gonna be right there in the gutter. Coppin State is right in the motherfucking hood. I went to Coppin State to see my homie. It's right in the hood. You right there. You know what I mean? You got some community organizations there you can get down with. Got the consciousness there. I know shout out to Sister Dr. Mayat. She's a professor there. You know what I'm saying? Boom, get with her. Get you the knowledge, understanding, knowing your history. Get you a sister. You'll be straight. You'll be straight. But we only got a few schools. We can't compete with the economic endowments of these other schools, especially athletes. So they go to places, 60, 70, 80,000 students. That's a lot of white women. And just like it showed in He Got Game, just like it showed in He Got Game, when Jesus Shuttlesworth ran into the white women and they were used to get him to come to the school, that's how it is. You just go in the dorm room, big ass white titties in your face. And their daddy is a congressman. And so they got big money. And they let you drive the car, they come over in the middle of the night, they into freaky shit, they let you have foursomes, all that. It's all broken down. It's all scripted. They tell you what they do. Athletes have spoken up and said this is what they do when you go to these little parties. They pair you up with some Karen looking motherfuckers. Now you got IG chicks all over the world, gorgeous sisters on the IG screen will hang out with you just because you a prospect. Nah, I don't want to see them. I want Karen and Becky. The power of white supremacy. 10 players on the court, one sister in the stands. And I've been there. Like I said, I know what these individuals do. Police, go back in the room. I know what they do. I know what they think. They are deathly afraid of black women. They see how great our women are, and they don't compete, and they can't compare. And they're looking at us like, why are you with me? I'm a jungle rat, sewer, gutter sniper. Straight up out of the trailer park. And you with me. And look at that woman. Why are you not with her? And a white woman catching up with the gene mixing, they're physically starting to look more and more like our sisters. But they still don't have no soul. They still don't have the spirit. They don't vibrate like our sisters. It's a mirage. It's a mirage. Brothers, it's a mirage. There's no better choice than your gender opposite. That's the term I've been using. Your gender opposite. There's nothing more better. Mo better boobs than your gender opposite. Nigga, go where you got to go. You got to go to the Dominican Republic and get your dark skin sister from there. You gotta go to Congo. You gotta go to Chad, East Africa. Where you got to go? Level, nigga, go and get you a sister. That's what I tell you. Because we do the Captain Save Hoe, and I did this shit too. This woman was intelligent, but she was in bottle and barrel economically. She was crazy as fuck. Her ex was had tried to kill her. She had a single child, and she manipulated the fuck out of me. And I had my cape on, and this is through my 20s. This is the experience you get as a man, and you help people. And I still assist people, but that was a 24/7 job. I assist my people. When you look at it, you look at the grand scheme of things. You're like, this is how much assistance I'm gonna give your ass, because I got a whole family. That's first and foremost. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I can read a book to your son. You know what I mean? Take him out somewhere and get him something to eat to be a positive male role model. Because we can't trust Boy Scouts of America. We can't trust that shit. We can't trust none of them little programs and shit that they got going on. We can't trust that shit. So we got to step out and do what we need to do to assist these young boys. I'm just speaking for the men. The sisters need to step out and deal with the young sisters. But we got to deal with the boys. And we gotta let them know. First things first, nigga, you bring home a black woman to your mother. What girls you like? You gotta make sure you straight. Back in the day, it was on some nigga shit. Now it was more black revolutionary uh, um, um, perspectives, necessities. We're doing it out of a necessity. Hey man, what girls you like, man? Yeah, Nicki Minaj? Nah, nigga, nah. I mean, you got the color right. You probably got the body type right. Other than that, no, that's about it. That's it. Your stops there, brother. Let's break this down. Okay, you got Nicki Minaj here. She had a plan and she had an agenda, right? Step over everybody she needed to do. Step over and suck and fuck everybody she needs to get to the top. She got talent. I give her that. I ain't no hater. She got a little talent. But I seen her before all the work. Cute sister. But again, I'm just saying, she's not American African. She's not a foundational black. So she'll say some heinous shit to our people here, continental blacks. We've been here. And you come over from your island and you've been taught you ain't one of them niggas and to exploit their culture like white folks do. And white folks will love you. Exploit, exploit, exploit. Get with the rappers. Yeah, get with the rappers. Have a little fake relationship. Say the nigga cheated on you or smacked you in the face. It's all street cred. It builds your brand in absolute degradation. Nah, man. Because you're looking for a Nicki Minaj around here. That little chick is crazy. She'd have been raped, sexually assaulted. She fights with her mother. The boyfriends come over there and she has no protection. She's allowed to go out and hang out all night. Her mother 33, she's 16. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about the bottom of the barrel. Somebody's got to deal with the bottom of the barrel. The bottom of the barrel will show up in your house. The bottom of the barrel, as soon as you get out the car, I have a gun in your face. The bottom of the barrel will knock up your daughter. For those uppity blacks. For those too conscious blacks. Yeah, they find them. No matter where you at. Oh, I got a nice little home. Or I'm the only black person. Like Malcolm said, I'm the only nigga out here. I'm the only Negro out here. You know, my kids hang out. And they'll go and hang out with the white folks. And then they're in the white schools. And then eventually they'll find themselves in the hood. And they'll find the niggas you left. You thought you left behind. And before you know it, Jaquan is knocking on your door. How the fuck did you get out here? I left your ass in the hood. Who you here to see? My daughter. Now you gotta do the bad boys too shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta do all that. Because you don't got uppity. They gonna find you, bruh. If you got a daughter, they're going to find you. I got so many kids, goddamn. I've been forgetting how many I got. I got so many. I got 4 daughters. You know what I mean? My hair about to fall out, and I have to come up with a plan to make sure they're all good girls. You understand what I'm talking about? But the checking for hymen, hell yeah, you got that right. You got that right, honey. Check to see if they hymen is there. You damn right. No niggas, because I was a nigga. You see what I'm saying? So you bring boys to my house, they dating me. They ain't dating you. You around my daughter, you got to deal with me. You got to deal with me. There must be a man in that house. I ain't gotta have guns and all that other bullshit. You gotta deal with me. Come here, bro. I got some documentaries for you to watch. I got some literature for me and you to read. We're gonna have a discussion. This is what you're gonna deal with. No coons allowed at my house, right? But you a kid, I can imagine that you've got no information at all whatsoever. So I'm gonna be that to you. Because I can't be like, no, 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 because then she goes sneaking off with your ass. Now that opens up another can of worms. No, I'm not doing that. You got a boy, I want to meet him. I want to meet him. He can come to the house. I have to be there. And y'all sitting with me. Y'all sit with me. Wherever y'all go, I'm going. Ain't no doors closed. Ain't no upstairs. None of that. When I was 16, I had a 14-year-old girlfriend. Went over to her house. I sat there in the living room. Didn't move. You know, we still had sex. Didn't last long. I was 16. But we still did it. And they just knew they was upstairs. They went to the kitchen and all that. They knew they was good. Nah. Oh, it took me 2 minutes. And it went down. So I'm saying right there with you. We gotta talk about this stuff, brothers and sisters. This is 20 years ago that this happened. And you remember them Animal House movies in the 80s? So you talking about 60 years of teenage degradation. When you expect for it to get better, if we're gonna repeat the cycle, oh, it's not gonna change. And as long as we live with these people, there's an opportunity there to slide over and see what Timmy's doing. Lawrence, John, Peter, Steve, Franklin. Shout out to Dr. Collins. They'll do it. The sister said to me, these niggas ain't ready. The white man is. Like, they do the juxtaposition and they give this motherfucker so much credit. And it's in their mind. I'm like, sweetheart, you talking about the motherfuckers that be trolling this area right here? That every time there's an issue arise in the black community, white officers come. They're inept. They don't know what the fuck to do. They are not peace officers. They're not problem solvers. They're problem starters. They dick get hard when it's time to grapple a nigga, cuff him, or pull out a gun. They don't solve any problems. And since I'm dealing with this right here, I'm gonna air these motherfuckers out. And I didn't want to do that, but I'm gonna do it. So I have little to no relationship with my neighbors. They live upstairs. Black couple that's been married about 40 years. Now I got some devils next to me that are racist as fuck. My wife cussed out the old cracker. She's like 70, 80 years old. My wife cussed her ass out. He cussed her ass out. I ain't said nothing to him. When she talked to me, I ain't said nothing to her. I'm like, lady, please, just leave us alone. I ain't gonna get my wife gave you to work. You got a son. Your son can talk to me. He said something to my wife one day. Where was I? Like 5 miles away. I booked it. I said, I'm on my way. I booked it there. I cussed his ass out. Like, bro, you got a problem here? You talk to me. You don't say nothing to my wife. You got a problem with me. You got a problem with my house or anything. You talk to me. Apparently, he had said something to my kids one day. They had wandered off in that area. And that's the thing. We around these devils. And shout out to y'all for going to Africa and everything like that. So you have your kids go out and all. And sometimes I just want to snap. Sometimes I just hope that spirit come over me and I just bug the hell out. We had an incident here on a block with a sister. There was a snow emergency, so our car was in the kind of like in the middle of the road because we get real bad snow here, so we kind of block up the road. So white ladies go over there knocking on the door, beat on the door, telling her to come out, and she beat on the door all with an attitude, and sister come out cussing her ass out, and so we all behind them trying to get out, trying to figure out what was going on, and so it was just women. And I just stood there. Sister was cussing her ass out. Look out of here, bitch! I'll fuck you up. I moved the car. I didn't know the fucking car was out here. So as I drove past, I gave it a little fist bump. You know what I'm saying? Gave it a little fist bump. Like I said, our sisters know when they face with it face to face. They got all the smoke. It's the behind the scenes shit that goes on. It's the public service, the social service departments. You know what I mean? It's the microaggressions at the offices. It's the emails behind the back. It's the write ups. It's the police unions. It's the student unions. It's the teachers unions. You know what I'm saying? Bank talent, all these different things behind the scenes for control of resources, laws that are being established. You know what I mean? That our sisters aren't privy to. They know the face to face. They know the face to face racism. Oh, your ass is being racist. Okay, you about to get this work. That's why I like polarizing events. I like that the mayor is white. So when shit go wrong, you point at the white woman, that devilish ass white woman. And that devil ass is smart. She got a couple of niggas around her that take arrows for her. One dude tried to dip out, but his credibility had been smashed because he go on these long posts in defense of white women, defense of his little mayor friend, because he was able to get his summer jobs thing funded. So that led for young black children to get some jobs. So he bending over, thinking this is for the greater good of the community, not understanding white supremacy. So when we start shooting at the mayor, you're inclined to defend her. And I was calling out this nigga's moves. I knew he was going to do it. I saw the community going in on that devil. I knew he was. Anytime now, any moment, y'all. Boom, there it was. And there was multiple people doing it. They couldn't help it. And jumping in our posts. We getting at the devil. We not tagging you with nothing. They see the post. Oh, so y'all want to do this and y'all doing that and that. Yo, bro. One sister I know organized with, she did that, and she's a real estate agent. So she would show property. So the people is pissed. The people is mad. They going in on the mayor. She jumped in on a convo because the mayor had used the likeness of my brother uh, and Malcolm X Park that we established for her political expediency. This little marketing video of hers. And the brother was like, nah, you use me, use my organization. You ain't asked my permission. Nah, you got to check that. You ain't go to none of the community and ask them if they was good with this. But I'm just speaking for myself. You use my likeness and I did not sign off on it. So she jumped on this page. Oh, you mad with the mayor and all this stuff. She's trying to do things for you. You don't like it. So that shit went on for days. They dragged the shit out of her. Do you know they defaced one of the properties she sold, thinking it was hers? Nigga, did you know I Ubered her one day and she looked like a ninja. I said, you covering up, ain't you? She said, yeah, it's hot out here. I said, I told you. You got to slow down. You cannot be counter to the people. When the people riding on something that's righteous, they getting at the mayor. Non-conscious people. Clock is right twice a day. A dead clock, a dead clock is right twice a day. The 85% getting at the mayor. Not a conscious bone in them. People got OnlyFans pages, do underground strip parties, nigga, all sorts of shit. Buy the kids Lamborghinis, little baby Lamborghinis, all that. They like, yo, the man fucking up, blah, 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 blah. You rock with it. You rock with it. You co-sign that shit. Because now you talking about you trying to get properties for the same people. Now maybe there's, oh yeah, that's the sister that was rocking with us when we was going against the mayor. Let me see what she got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you said some dope shit. You said some real shit. And they seen that. That's how it works. You gotta read shit. You dumb motherfuckers. That's how I know you ain't been in the hood. You gotta be in the fucking hood. You got to be in the hood. These college cats be coming with the black education. It's white education colored in black. You are not around the people. You are not around the people. It's easy to debunk. If you don't read two books, nigga, it's easy to debunk the bullshit that come out of our people's mouth. They say niggas ain't trying to get married. You dated 3 motherfuckers on the street. What you talking about? And if I point you to a square, you don't want a square. So you want to turn the hood cat into a husband who's never had any type of etiquette classes. How to be a black man. First of all, the black man, a true black man, a strong black man. A black man is a revolutionary by trade. Why? Because when you become a black man in this society, it's told to us by Neely Fuller, which denies you black manhood, you see an unjust system and you want to eliminate it and replace it with a system of justice. So you're going to speak and or act against this system, and it's going to consume your mind, and you're going to get into some level of action. That's man. That leads to manhood because that changes everything that you do. How you treat your woman, how you treat your kids, how you make your money. You start quitting your job, betting on yourself. Your language that you use, everything changes. And you always are thinking about the people. What can be done for the people? What can be done for the people? What can be done for the people? Now, do we give a couple jobs to a couple niggas and compromise the longevity of the movement? Or do something for ourselves to help? You start thinking in that manner. You don't think you see 75, $80 million that could be garnered, and you think about what's my cut? No, it ain't about your cut. It ain't about your Manson. It ain't about living like fucking MC Hammer. Old reference. What can be done for the people? How many children can you feed? What did Chairman Fred say at the end of the Judas Black Messiah? He said, y'all talking about me. Nigga, is it about the party? Is it about the people? Or is it about me? I'm not going nowhere. Y'all give me 50 G's to bounce. Nigga, open up the clinic. I'm just one man. The clinic is supposed to serve the people. The clinic is supposed to protect our women. So when they get pregnant, when they get injuries, anything that's going on with them, sickle cell anemia, I'm one man. The clinic open, it takes care of thousands of our people. Duh, that's math. Duh, duh. Bring your baby down to the clinic. Bring yourself down to the clinic. Whatever you need to get done, cool. Just you won't come out here with a toe tag. You won't get treated like last year's horse manure. That people will love you and respect you and want you to be well. And we are our own sovereign shit for our sovereign brothers and sisters. Or we decide what we need is in here. The herbs and spices can, handle what they handle, but sometimes you need some more invasive stuff. We got all that. We need that. We need that because the clinic turns into the hospital. Name it after my ass, or name a hall after me. But he didn't even say that. He knew he was going to die. Fred Hampton knew he was going to die. Name it after Jake Winters. He went out like a soldier. Name it after Jake Winters. And that's what they did. That's a black man, 21 fucking years old. You think about the people. And thinking about the people is a black man being with a black woman. Straight black motherfucking pride. That's why the brother was out there talking about straight black pride. We need strong black families. People who know what the fuck they're doing. We have to come together. Those who think and feel the same way. These individual silos ain't getting this shit. It ain't getting this shit. Find one of them desolate towns that got energy, that got sewer systems, buildings, acres of land, with 100 people. We go over there and take that shit over. Crackers leave out, nigga, and we got a sobbing town out in the middle of nowhere. Don't nobody fuck with us. We got 2 sheriffs. We good. Don't bring none of them crazy niggas. No, no, no. We checking your record. If you got violent crimes, you can't come. And this is what we gonna do. We gonna build this motherfucking town up. We gonna cap it at 150. We're gonna send people off to organize in other places to duplicate this shit. Yeah, man, that's what we gotta do, man. That's what we gotta do. Again, I do my spiel again. X Sports, Sports with Revolutionaries. I'm your host, Mr. X. Cash App, Mr. X. Capital R for support. Please support financially. As I said, this big ass family. And my goal is to make this thing where more work can be done amongst the community, and I don't have to spend so much time driving people around. Even though I like doing it because it's a great way to meet people. I love meeting people. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely do. I enjoy it. But you can meet people here online too. So wife's at work. She'll be home in another hour and a half. Talk to my mother about my cousin passing away. And talk for like 2 hours, as long as we ever talk. And you know, I'm political all the time, man. So it was hard to talk and find something to talk about. Because my mother's not really into that. I should ask her about Boyce Watkins if she's still dealing with Boyce when he's in his school. I tell you, that is better than nothing. And she was on some Christian Coon shit. She still kind of is, but at least Boyce will give some good stuff. And he does bring on Claude Anderson and do like that. But the Claude and give us some ideas. This organizing must be done, man. A template must be established. And if he's giving that particular information, I mean, because you'll need that. I got into a little argument, not a little argument, a little discussion with my cousin. And motherfuckers, like, I talked to him while he was in the pen. He was in the pen for 10 years for some shit he didn't do. They organized something, they put him in the middle of it, then when it went down, it's because these motherfuckers were some killers, he had to take the L because his family still lived in the city. And trust me, them niggas would have rolled on his family. And, you know, I'm his family, but most people don't know we're related. But they know his mama, like motherfuckers saying Friday, they know where your mama stay, they know where my mama stay. They know his sisters. They know his nieces and nephews. You know what I mean? So, yeah, his father used to be a duke back in the day, doing his thing before he found the Lord. The Lord changed his life around. Hey, amen. Amen. But anyway, I posted a screenshot of a CNN news story about the wealth gap. Average amount, we talked about that before, is 170,000 to 17,000 or something like that. And he responded, "That's we got to get our money up. We got to get these privates to get our money up." And I'm like, bruh, that's not gonna close the wealth gap, man. Getting your money up. What do even fuck that even mean? But that's my cousin, so bro, what you talking about, bro? Like y'all niggas really believe. And I talked to him one day, and he was looking for some literature to read, and I said, "Yo, I got Destruction of Black Civilization." He said, "I read that." I said, "I got Revolutionary Sense." I said, "I read that." All right, I got what else I got? I got story Black Nationalism, like that. He said, "Okay, I got that." I said, "The ISIS papers." He said, "I got that." So you read all the literature. You ain't got nothing else to do. But then niggas get out and act like they didn't read what the fuck they. Nigga, what are you talking about? Huh? And my cousin is successful, man. He read credit, he read real estate, he read all that shit while he was there. He read the conscious books, then he got into the tangible books, and he out here and he papering up. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to combine the two. The thing is, the niggas read the credit and the money thing, and then forget all about the consciousness shit. The consciousness tells you no matter how much paper you get, you're not closing that gap. The consciousness tell you that it's about control of institutions. ISIS purpose deals with that. Money law, politics, sex warfare, controlled by white supremacy. That means I control everything. So, nigga, if you want to get a property, because I'm white, can give you the runaround and tell you I don't want you to have this property, nigga, without actually saying I don't want you to have this property, nigga. I can say, we'll check and we'll look at our numbers to see if the banks will work with you. And it's between 65 and 120,000. We would prefer a $15,000 down payment and 8% interest. Let's just make up numbers, nigga. Well, oh no, I can't do that. I know you can't, nigga. I know you can't. Oh, we found another buyer. Yes, he came with the money yesterday. I'm so sorry. You know, we really liked you, but this gentleman came in. He was very interested, and like I said, he had the money. Just a lie, just a lie. Or they can look at you and be like, not interested, not interested. I think we're going in another direction. Oh, you don't qualify. I got a sister that says she got a 680 credit score. They be denying her for properties and shit and land. She wanted acres of land or something like that. She wanted to get like it was like a sign for like 58 acres of land. I think I seen it too. I took a picture of it actually. That's probably what she was talking about. I took a picture of it and I put it on Facebook. And she wanted to get down on that. Great cook. She caters and stuff. Great credit score. She crazy as cat shit. She's loud, as ratchet as they get. That's my homegirl. I known her for years. I mean, since I was like 6, and she was, she was. And we all close. Her and my cousin. We all knew each other. All went to TSU together, and it's funny. Her father used to cut our heads. You know what I mean? That's the type of relationship we had, family we had. Uh, but yeah, she's like, nigga, they deny me all the time. How the fuck I got the credit score where motherfuckers who deal with credit say you can't get not denied with this credit, and it's like, bruh, really? Look in the mirror again, my nigga. A sister I had a phone out with a sister. She got mad with me. Cause she's like, it's about credit. It's not about racism. What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? What are you talking about? These niggas white folks throw you anything, and you just believe that shit. I mean, they believe it. The chip activates. It's just the button is hit somewhere in Wakanda. Someone in Wakanda is operating the white supremacist chip in our brain. They give us some shit, and we just believe it. Oh, they can't deny you if your credit is this way. That's why people call me and want to give me loans, and they just want to give me resources. Black people need to get this shit together. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is why Neely says if you don't understand white supremacy, what it is and how it works, you will be confused. Everything else will confuse you. Nigga, just because you get it Because they gotta act like racism don't exist. So a percentage of niggas is gonna get it. Then they'll propagate you. They'll put a camera in your face because they did it around here. One of the few black people who got the little COVID entrepreneur loans for small businesses. They got a little spread for her and everything. I'm so happy I was able to get the $15,000, which ain't shit. Which ain't shit. We don't understand that because we broke as fuck. We got broke mindset. We don't understand big business and industry. Hundreds of millions of dollars. The type of deals Jay-Z coon ass is doing. Right? We don't understand. I got $15,000. I'm just so pressed. I'm so happy. All right, okay. I ain't gonna hate on you, sister. That's bad. I gotta read the room. I can't hate on that. Can't hate on that. But that's what keeps that tether there. We gotta trust the process. We gotta trust the system. Man. That's why they say that. Because they beg and beg and beg, and two niggas get it. They're like, yes, we shall overcome. We came. We made it to the mountaintop, or at least halfway to the mountaintop. No, nigga, we can't even see the goddamn mountaintop. Because you think this devil gonna save you. You think if you fuck him just good enough, as your Bedwinson and the Cenas did, that he will spare your life. So you watch in your gown as the strongest black slave on the plantation gets ripped apart, tarred and feathered, burned and dragged, cut up, and his phallus kept by a freaky ass white woman. And you go back to your bed and wait for the master to mutilate your ass again. That's what we do. That's what the fuck we do. Man, I had that man. That shit there pissed me off. God damn. You want the master, don't you? I mean, you like his cars, you like his home, you like his bank account. I mean, yeah, you can get all those things. I mean, when you control the media, when your government agencies control the media, they control the narrative, you control the thinking of the populace. So you can say the very entity that keeps America the way it is and the horrible shape that it's in, you show them as the heroes all the time. We have to get the terrorists. We have to get the Muslims, the jihadis. We must stop them at all costs. And the CIA agent's got a wife that he loves and he bleeds out his eyes and he's such a good father and he hugs his children and has all these awards and medals and shit. Godspeed. Bullshit. All bullshit. These coke addled ass, ultra aggressive, beat their own, molest their own kids and wives and shit. Motherfuckers are animals, man. Animals. Animals. They got hair all over them. And you want to get with him. Over my dead body. Over my dead body. So sometimes you got to be a representation on top of the consciousness and telling my stories about my wife and my contributions to the house. We can always do more. Ashley got to straighten up now before she get home. I don't want to get cussed out. That gives the sisters hope. And like Barack Obama said, you're a hero. Hope. We hope. We hope. Our campaign is about hope. Whatever that hope is. We will decide in the future. We hope crackers will not kill niggas as much as they done in the past 400 years. I thank you. This is X Sports, Sports for Revolutionaries. You just saw on the thumbnail Captain Cam. And before I leave, Captain Cam, at the end of his career, released from the New England Patriots. Like, damn, if you can't do well with Belichick, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those bittersweet things. I love to see New England lose, but Hate to see a brother go down with the ship, even though Cam just go up and they come down. They go up and they come down. Cam went to the Super Bowl, won the MVP, said, I'm a black quarterback. Then the next year, that nigga backpedaled like motherfucking Michael Jackson. That nigga moonwalked. And everything went down after that. And so you still a black man. Then you get caught on video again arguing with a kid who's obviously the victim of all the things I said before, not understanding at all the benefit he has, that a black professional athlete gives them a platform and an opportunity to really show their talent so that they can one day be in a professional athlete. And obviously that is shoved down our children's throats, and that young man probably don't got no backup plans at all whatsoever and is banking on professional football, hundreds of millions of dollars, unless some bullshit happens. Because you can tell if we do that to Cam fucking Newton, he's probably a terror everywhere else. And so those hundreds of thousands of niggas who were supposed to make it to the NFL died in the hell of smoke because of that very same thought process. And it's not to condemn him, it's not to condemn his parents, it's to condemn the system of white supremacy and the fact that we don't openly fight it collectively on a consistent, sustained basis. We fight each other like a motherfucker. But when you say shit like, oh, I'm about to be done with the white man, oh, we about to be fucked up. I'm about to be done with these niggas. I'm going to the white man. We about to be fucked up. We about to be fucked up. Like I said, 4 sisters. This is all in the same area. And maybe the area I'm in, I don't know. I don't know. This is epic. This is scary. This is scary. How you running to 4 sisters that say I'm about to be done with niggas? I gotta keep talking to one just so she don't do it. Cause she know I'm gonna be mad. That's the only thing holding her back. These goofy crackers, Jew motherfuckers come around her. One Jew told her I had worked with before. Well, I didn't work with him, but I had done panel discussions with him. This dude told her, Jewish dude. I'm not lying to y'all. This dude told her, yeah, I like to come out with you, but I'm watching this real cool documentary on white supremacy. Can't make this shit up. He turned down a date with this sister to watch a documentary on white supremacy. Now, that says a whole lot. That shows you the mindset of both races, the Jew and the black. She's trying to find somebody to marry my ass, anybody will do. And you white, ooh. And he like, fuck that. I'm learning about dominance. I'm taking the test over because I want a better grade. I need to know better ways to control you niggas. So no future bedwench. I don't want to go out with you. I'm going to learn from my forefather, Adolf Hitler. I'm going to learn from my forefather, Adolf Hitler, about dominance. You know when they do documentaries about white supremacy, they always go to motherfucking Hitler. Never mention the black Jews. They never mention the black Jews. Never mention the black Jews, bro. So them little white motherfuckers asking like Jews with their little shoes. Fuck them shoes. Fuck them coats. Fuck them little clothes they had. Fuck the incineration. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Shit, we might get flagged for that one. All right, y'all. Yes, sir. Y'all came in late, man. I'm doing this show with my eyes closed. You know, I don't normally be out here for an hour and 45 minutes. I thought Saturdays was the shit. I might have to go back to Tuesdays, man. I don't know where y'all at, man. It's cold out. Y'all ain't out partying nowhere. I mean, we all over the world, so some of y'all might be in tropical places. But in any case, 1:45. I'm out. I gotta do something with my children. I gotta clean up the apartment. See if my infant is okay. Daddy's always on duty. Then I gotta go to work after this. I'm tired. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Remember, Hit the Cash App for support. Anything will do. Greatly appreciated. Stay away from white women. Stay away from white men. You already know what it is. It's Mr. X.